And 3, 2, 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the house of Craze tonight?
In the house of Craze tonight, it is just us two, forbidden, the shameless plug, and a topic. The topic for tonight. What are you doing it for? Is it for the love of the game?
What's up with that?
Is it what we're doing?
I don't know, man. $1 million question. Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the Dreamer, Medina, and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam, the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George, the Dreamer, Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. It is August 26th, Tuesday night. We are coming to you guys live. I hope everybody's having a good evening. What up, Lou? Lou's in the house. Dan is in the house. What up, Dan Price, my man? So we're having some fun tonight. No guests tonight. It is we're flying solo. We're gonna do this on our own tonight. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about our future projects that we have coming up for a little bit, and then we're gonna be talking about why we're doing this, man. Why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves through this? Making comics misery. This
misery loves company.
We do it. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. But before we do that, please make sure you subscribe, comment, like. If you're watching right now, hit the like button. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. And listen, we are nearing episode 600.
Yeah, man, 600, bro.
It's coming up next month. So we're trying to plan some stuff for that. We'll see what we do. But what's going on, Sammy? What you got going on?
What I got going on after this tonight? I'll be on Of Mice and Wolves with JD Calderon and I think it's Tom Hutchinson, right? Is that what it is?
No, Rob Multari.
Oh, Rob Multari. There you go. Sorry, my bad. Oops. So I'll be on that show right after this tonight. So I dropped them a question that topic of the day. So the question that I dropped on their show is how do you know that your project is good for comics and not a prose or something other than comics, right? What makes the decision to go that route? So that was the question I dropped for tonight. So we'll have a really good, robust discussion tonight. I'm getting ready for, I got this in the mail.
What's that? What you got? Let's see.
Infinite Chronicles, Infinitail Chronicles. I got it. Oh, shit. There we go. I got the package in the mail. I haven't opened it up, so I'll open it up tonight. Infinitail's Chronicles. I backed it on Indiegogo. Chris Fisk. Yeah, Chris Fisk. He was on our show. And I just got it today. And I'm getting ready for College Station Comic Con. I love that show. And I have a really good following out there. I'm excited to be back there. In fact, today, all my new prints just arrived in the mail as well that I'm bringing to College Station because a lot of it were requests from the students out there too. So they'll be excited. So I'm looking forward to that. And then right after that, I got Denton Comic Art Expo coming up. And so I'm looking forward to that because Brian Kelly, he is the publisher of Make Better Comics or Make Comics Good. I forgot the name of the publishing company, but he also runs the Denton Comic Art Expo, and he published the anthology which Herman was featured in on Free Comic Book Day. So I'll be there.
How did that do?
Huh?
How did it do? How did that thing do?
From what I understand, I mean, there was nothing left. They were all gone. So, but I don't know. I didn't get any feedback from anybody who picked it up. So I don't know. No one's ever come to me at a con and said, "Hey, look, I got your stuff." So I don't know. And then that's just real talk. And but it was fun. It was a fun project to do. Shout out to Brian Kelly. And right now, you know, everybody knows that I pivoted from the Christmas story because obviously it wasn't connecting the dots. So what I decided to put out the Forbidden graphic novel full color. This is a 200-page graphic novel, 160 pages of art and story, and 40 pages of storyboards, sketchbook art, character bios, and fan art. There's a lot of fan art in it as well. So it's really a really complete book, and it's launching on Kickstarter. And the landing page is up. Thank you to the 8 people who signed up yesterday. I just launched the landing page. I don't know if it was Sunday. And so we're up to 25 right now, followers. So I'm really excited about that. And again, for those of you who picked up Forbidden Issues 1 and 2 back when I first launched the campaign over 2 years ago, and you come back and get the complete graphic novel, I have a gift for you guys. And you guys will walk away with a free gift, a free print, which is going to be dope. Sign up there. The link is there in the chat. And this is the free gift everyone's going to get for coming back and picking up the graphic novel. And again, and it's so I'm just going to put this out there. It's very important day one that we have a really good showing because the algorithms I'll get lost in the algorithms on Kickstarter because it's very competitive. There's a lot of talent out there and a lot of great products. And if it doesn't hit a certain milestone on Kickstarter, then you get lost in a shuffle. So I'm hoping everybody shows up. It's going to be dope.
Lou has a question. Are you still putting out the anniversary art book of Duty?
Yes, but delayed. So I'm taking a playbook out of George's strategy. So what I'm doing is right now is there's 2 options: sign up to be notified when we launch on my website, or pre-order it, because I don't want to make assumptions that everybody who's bought the books are going to come back for the art book. So I need to. This is good. This is a big art book. It's 200-page art book, and it's a 9x9 big book. So I want to make sure that there's a demand for it before I launch it on Kickstarter. I don't want to go and have the same experience I had with the Christmas book, where 80% of the people who picked up Designated My Toy didn't come back for the Christmas book. So even though everyone tells me it would have been funded, if for 3 weeks could get to $600, where normally in 8 days I'll get to $1,000. For me, that was a tall tale sign that I needed to pull back. So I'm gonna delay the release of that. I'm gonna get the Forbidden out, and then I'm gonna try to build the momentum to drive the art book. But it's still coming. It's pre-press ready, but I just want to make sure that I have a following because the cost is very high to print that kind of book. So still working on it.
Yeah, the thing with that book too is you have the content, right? Because you have plenty.
I have all of it. Yeah, all of it.
Obviously, you have the prints, but you also have the process behind the creation of the prints.
I'm definitely going to release the art book. I just want to see that there's my audience wants it. So I'm going to spend the next 4 conventions promoting it and promoting signups for it. And if I want to get to 100 people that are saying I want that art book, and then that gives me the confidence to say let's go forward with it.
Yeah.
I'm humbling myself. I gotta make sure that I do it right.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So what you got going on?
That makes sense. I have the Shameless Plug, which is a book that I am releasing through Kickstarter. What Sam was talking about. So I did 2 things. I have a pre-launch page for the campaign that's going to go live in October. Cool. Keep me updated because I would like to do promotion video shorts. Oh, okay. That's cool, man, to help get the word out.
Oh, absolutely. That's cool. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. The Shameless Plug. So I'm doing 2 things. So I have, if you want to pre-order the book and you don't want to sign up to a Kickstarter, you don't want to do all that stuff, you can just go to my website, getyourmeds.com, and you can order the book, which a lot of people have been doing, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for all of the love and support for the book. But I also have a Kickstarter. Now, the difference between the two things is that obviously Kickstarter you sign up for, and it works the same way as a pre-order. But Kickstarter allows me to include more things in it. And anybody who's pledged to Kickstarters knows there's all the goodies, right? You have the alternate covers, you'll have the prints, you'll have the stickers, you have stretch goals, you have all this fun stuff that when you simply pre-order the book through me, you don't have. So you'll have the book for my readers and people who want to check it out. You'll have the book there. If you want all that extra stuff, I have an alternate cover by Chris Mad, who's an incredible artist. I wish I had the stuff with me here now. But so, I have his alternate cover. So there's other things that are going to be happening. So right now, the pre-launch page is up. If you want to follow it, I'm emailing those who are on my mailing list preview pages of the book. So right now, I think today I just sent out the latest page, which is page 5 of the book. So if you want to get that through your email, just hit me up, go to getyourmeds.com or go to my social media on Instagram. Just DM me your email address and I'll send you the preview pages to help promote the fact that the book is coming out in a couple of months now. It'll be October 7th. So make sure I'll be launching here on the show October 7th. So come join us. And then what else I got? Oh, and obviously The Adventures of Wonder Duck is being released to stores in October also, October 15th. So make sure you go to your local comic book shop and request that they pick up the book. It's crazy, Sam. Like, remember when we first started and we approached Diamond about distributing our books, and they were like, hey, you need to have at least 3 months in advance and all this other stuff, right? And now I realize why. Because it's the first issue hasn't come out, but the solicitation, like they've already asked for the cover for the 3rd issue and like a synopsis of what it is to put into the distribution catalog that's coming out in next month in October. So they need that now. It's crazy how fast it goes, bro. Because right now I had to have the 3rd issue cover done. That's crazy. This is why when you go through distribution or you think you want to do distribution and do all that stuff and you want to do monthly, it's a grind, man. And you have to have those books done because
the books and the funds.
The deadlines come at you real fast.
That's the reason why I didn't jump on the bandwagon. I said I'm going to wait till the 10 issues of Duty is done, and then I'm going to go from there. I'll probably be hitting them up for the Forbidden graphic novel and just focus on that. So for me, it's I don't want to, your first time out. It's just like your first time doing a Kickstarter, and then your project's not done, but you got funded and you didn't fulfill. Right. Same thing with distribution, because it leaves a bad taste in the retailer's mouth, and they're gonna remember you. That's the guy that can't get his stuff done on time. Yeah, they're not gonna want to.
And it's not easy to simply contact stores and have them pick up your books. They don't want. I don't want to say they don't want to pick up your book, but they definitely are looking at that thing. Are like, do I want to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's the reason, and that's another thing. It's one of the reasons why, like, being in Texas with so many shows, I meet a lot of the retailers, right? And because they all have tables and they all have booths, whatever, or multiple tables. And because they see me all the time, they're like, yo, I'll carry your stuff. And that's like, I want to wait till all my issues are done. And then, because I want to make sure every month that's there. And then I want to do book signings. I want to do a launch. I want to do all these things, right? But I want to do it right. Yeah. So, because it's where I live, right? So it's like, and so when you have that love in your community and the retailers are willing to take a chance because they see your hustle, it's in your best interest to do it right from jump. Don't just do the one and then you don't, and then you have people come to the store. Whatever happens to the second issue is, So for me, once I have the 10 issues in the pipeline, boom, let's go.
Yeah. See, because for me, like, it's a mini series. It's an eight issue mini series, right. and that's what I've told the stores. I've told the distributor that, so he understands the 8 issue mini series, and that's what they're getting. Big shout out to Dan Price, who gave us the fire emojis. He's also going through the same distributor I'm going through with Homebrew Comics. So big shout out to him and Bigfoot Knows Karate. You got an amazing book, and I know that they're in the catalog now, so they know what it's like to have these things come at you, and they come fast, man. They come fast. Actually, October 15th, I will be doing a book signing at a comic book shop in Long Island, and I will have more information for you guys for the first issue of Wonder Duck. All my Long Island folk, everybody who live out there, if you want to hit the store up, just check my social media because I will be updating that. I'm just in the process of just finishing up all the particulars on that. So there will be a book signing for issue number 1. So make sure you come and check it out. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, man. Nah, thanks. D, you too, man. You too. Homebrewed Comics is coming hard. I love the fact that these guys got together and put that together, man. So big shout out to them. And then what else is going on? Oh, I wanted to give a big shout out to ASAP Imagination, who turns 5 years old today. The company has been around for 5 years. They're still doing their thing. So big shout out to Hades, to Laurie Cunningham, Nam, and everybody over there. Big shout out to you guys. Congratulations on 5 years doing this thing, which isn't easy. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Well, speaking of years, bro.
Reason. Yeah.
Speaking of years, you know what the year 2000, the significance of the year 2000 is?
What is the year? Y2K? What is it? What is it? What's the significance?
It was the year I wrote Forbidden.
It was
the year I created the story. 2000, bro. 25 years ago.
2000. Well, then it's appropriate that it comes out on the 25th anniversary of the creation of the project. Yeah, word.
Bro. 25 years ago.
Holy shit.
I was looking at my script. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad. Wow.
Yeah. And then 3 years later we met Aníbal, right? And then
we met Aníbal Arroyo, yeah.
It was 4 years.
2003.
2003? Okay.
2003, we met him. He was working on it in 2004, I believe. Or was it? Because 2003, we started hitting the comic circuit.
Yeah, started doing
the convention circuit. Yeah, so that's when, and then he started working on 2004. It was crazy. So and it's interesting. And then when I was looking at, you got Aníbal Arroyo, who did the first half of Forbidden, and then you have Prime Sandra, who did the second half. You have Eric Ifata, who did that amazing cover. You did the lettering, and then the coloring. What was her name? I want to remember everybody's name. But
so the first, you find that the first 2 issues, I think, was Victor Claudio, right? And
Victor Claudio, and then I changed up the coloring because the time have changed, and then the same young lady who did Duty, the first 2 issues, colored the rest of Forbidden, the entire book. So she did a fantastic job, and I think about everybody that worked on it, and then I've been grinding behind the scenes, working on some promo pieces for the campaign, and this is one of them that everybody who's picked up issues 1 and 2 will get for free. But then I also have some exclusives that'll be on the campaign, and this is one of those exclusives right there. Bam. And so got some really cool stuff for this campaign, and but I was just thinking about it, I was like, wow, 25 years ago, time goes by, bro.
Yeah, I know. And I know you're debating. That's right, Sam. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And I know that you debating. We were talking about this before we came on, when the launch would actually happen.
Yes.
And but I do know, like, even when despite the date or whatever, I definitely would love to have Aníbal back on the show to talk a little bit about it, because I know that there are 12 unreleased pages that he did of the book. Right? They were out there. They've never been published. Nobody's ever seen them.
Nope.
Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of those never released pages on the show when we do the launch. So stay tuned for that. Come back for that. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Or if you fund enough, maybe becomes a stretch goal, but you can add.
It might be. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? It all depends.
And it's funny because we were also debating how far do I go with like the scantily clad. I won't go past bikini shots. So for me, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It's not me, right? So this is another exclusive that's going to be available on the campaign of Deseret and Arius. That's as far as I go. Bikini wielding sword warriors, right? So so it's like, sword wielding bikini warriors. So it's like, that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to go to extra level, but I did this because I know that there's a lot of collectors that love the scantily clad and the vivacious ladies, whatever. But that's as far as I'll go with it. But I'm working on a really bad piece with David Hunter. that I posted yesterday. He's gonna be he's jumping through flames. It's gonna be dope. So it's the flame part that's taking me a hot minute, making it all work out nicely. But yeah, so I think about 8 to 10 promo pieces that's gonna be on this Kickstarter.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, it's coming along, man. It's coming along nicely.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, it's looking good, dude. It's looking good, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Finally, get it out full color, get it into everybody's hands, and that one is also getting its barcode and ISBN number because that's the one that's going to be distributed. And I want it in the Barnes and Nobles, and I want it in Walmart and Target. So, so that one, and I'm calling buyers myself once it's ready. You know how I do because I was in retail, so I start calling people up. It's like, yo, but yeah. So the Forbidden will be distributed in stores next year. The graphic novel, and I'm excited for this one, bro.
Yeah, no, it's good. The other thing about when you go through distribution that I think you don't think about it, you take it for granted, you don't know is the ISBNs, TNA, the ISBNs and the UPC codes and stuff like that. Like there are so many different things. Gil, what up, bro? It's been a minute. So it's you have to have those things on these books. And so for comics, you have to have within the UPC, you have to have whether it's the first is cover A, cover B, cover C. The printing, like what number prints in the first printing, second printing, which is why because originally I was like, let me just print out like 100 books, whatever. Let me just print those out, and you can't do that because let's say, for example, you get an order of 200. Now you've damaged the print run, so to speak. Yeah. So people who are buying the book aren't necessarily getting the first print run; they're getting a different print run. You know what I mean? Like there's something about the print run, especially in comics. We know about comics and the print runs in comics. So you have to be mindful of all those things. So it's a waiting game. It's like waiting to see how many orders you actually got for the book. And then you have 30 days to fulfill that. So. And once it gets going, bro, it just goes. It just goes. So, be mindful of that when you're going through distribution.
It's that complicated stuff, right? So Duty was distributed in stores through Partners Publishing Group back in the days when I first did it in black and white, and it was in bookstores everywhere.
That was through Ingram Sports?
Huh? No, I didn't do Ingram Sports. I did Partners Publishing Group.
Oh, that's a different. Oh, that's separate.
Yeah, it's a different one. So this year, next year. I'm not sure which one is going to be one of those that have a global reach. And that's my focus. It's just I'm paying for the ISBN number. I'm paying for the barcodes, getting all that stuff. I'm going to do all the work on the back end and contact all the buyers because I'm really more interested in getting to the bookstores because that's volume, that's bulk, and then the comic shops.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be an exciting fall, man. I think with the Forbidden going on, with my shameless plug and the Wonder Dog stuff going on, it's going to be pretty cool. Next month, I'm actually going to be at the Yonkers Public Library. They're having a show there. So make sure you go check it out. It's September 27th. It's a Saturday, and it's a one-day show. So if you are in in Westchester County, if you're in New York, come check it out. Come check it out.
Next year, I'm already booked for Texoma. And I'm booked for LitCon already and Denton. I got 3 already shows that I'm booked for next year.
Texoma is in when is it? The end of February?
I think so, yeah.
Yo, I think ZoloCon happens around the same time. And they moved ZoloCon.
Wow.
They moved it. Yeah, they moved it somewhere else. I guess it got big. It got that much bigger. They had to move it.
Wow.
But those tables were sold out already. That show is one of those low-key, really good shows, man. ZoloCon.
Oh, ZoloCon was no joke.
Yeah. Oh, Dan is applying to Texoma.
Oh, bro, Texoma's legit. You'll kill it there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's a good show.
Yeah, I mean, those are real fans, like comic book readers, comic book fans.
Yeah. And shout out to Chris Hayes. He puts on a good show, man, and they promote the crap out of that thing. Yeah, man. So people show up.
Yeah, I love that show.
It's a good show.
I didn't get to do his newest one that he just did. I think it's this month or next month, because I'm already booked. I'm frozen. I'm just stiff. Look at me.
Yeah, you froze.
It's like, look, I look like I see a dead rodent or something. I'm like, what is that? I'm back.
You're back.
But
You're back.
yeah. So no, he runs a good show. Why do I look purple? I don't understand my
Maybe it's
colors.
the background. Maybe it's the background.
Is it? It could be, right?
Could be the background color.
But
Yeah.
is that the guy who does the the Permian Basin? Does he does the Permian Basin? No, I don't think he does Permian Basin.
I don't know.
He does Cowtown Comic Con, and he does Texoma, and he just did a new one this year. He's also has a comic shop, and they also have Charter Comics. He's a publisher.
Charter Comics, right? He's the publisher. Yeah. Charter Comics.
Yeah, he's a publisher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. It's a good show. I haven't done it. I've gone to kind of just hang out with Sam, but I've been there the last 2 years, and good times, man. Good times. We usually go catch a flick. Yeah, with McLean. Yeah, that's it. That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so check that out for sure, man, for sure. And then then New York Comic Con in October. I have New York Comic Con coming up. I'll be there with Johnny C. in October.
So I'm taking a shot at the dark for next year. I'm applying for
both
New York and San Diego, and see which one bites.
Yeah, San Diego was good. Man. San Diego was a good time for me.
If it's New York, then we got to rally the troops and hang out one night. If it's San Diego, we got to roll deep.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I think you know what you talk about. Ask JD when you go on a show later. But I think the Wolf was in town last week.
Was he?
I think so. Yeah. I think he was in town for a few days.
He was in Texas. He was in Dallas, but he was in Fort Worth, and I couldn't connect with him because I was working, and I couldn't connect with him. It conflicted. But he's been doing a lot of Zine Comic Cons.
Yeah,
like
man.
Zine shows.
His stuff was money, bro. What do you remember the book he had 10,000 miles to
hell?
Something like that, right? I can't remember. Yeah. That book was so like the concept was he said, people don't understand my art until they probably won't understand my art until I'm gone. He used to say all the time. But he was ahead of his time with some of the stuff he was doing, bro. Like some of that stuff today is still good, man. So yeah, big shout out to the Wolf, David Quiles.
Where is he? Let me see. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it, Mr. Wolf Quiles.
What, his page?
The Forbidden cover that he did.
He did something for Forbidden.
Yeah, right? Here it is. He did this. He did this, which was a gold foil cover when I launched the campaign. David did this piece, bro. And this is going to be available as a print on this campaign.
Look at the ladies. I'm telling you, he's like, he would have been here today.
Yes, he's a beast. He's a beast. Talented, crazy guy. You do nothing but love that guy. But it was good times when we were hanging with the Wolf.
Yeah, we went to Tijuana with the Wolf.
Tijuana, you guys went to Tijuana. I went to Tijuana during the day. You guys
in the evening. Yeah, it was an evening in Tijuana with Mr. David Quiles, and that was a very, very interesting evening. We'll talk about it maybe.
Yeah, not me. I went back to the hotel. I was like, peace.
Yeah, my stomach hurts. I remember, Sam.
I didn't want to be in the back of a cartel's truck. I was like, nah.
We made it back. We were fine.
I wasn't taking that risk. Yeah, I was like, nah.
He said, nah. Listen, man, time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. We've had a lot of fun doing what we're doing. So why are we doing it, Sam? Let's talk about why we're doing this. You ready?
All right, let's get some meds.
It's time for your medicine.
Why do we do it? Is it for the money or the corazon?
That itch we have to scratch. What is it, bro? What is it? All right, so talk to me, Sam. You were like, yo, we should talk a little bit about. Talk to me how this topic came about.
The reason why I brought this up is because when COVID hit, everybody that wanted to try their hands in comics jumped in the game. A lot of them are no longer around, and just a lot of people did it, right? So it saturated the market, and it diluted, right? So it was no longer that Pepsi taste right? It was like a watered down Pepsi, right? Everyone loved Pepsi. Everyone's buying it, the 2 liter, the 3 liter Pepsi, and they guzzling, and they got that belch, right? But then now everybody's in there, right? So everybody's jumping in the pool, and then it goes back to say that when you look at how many people come in there with one shots, it's like they're testing the waters. Why are you doing it in the first place? Is it because you want to get something off your chest, something that you're sitting on? You wanted to see if you were capable of it, or do you actually love it? So I think that was for me is like how many people actually love it, and how many are just doing it because they can, or they have nothing else to do, or they've wanted to scratch an itch. It's just one of those things I was pondering upon.
Yeah. Well, so so why do you do it? Why did you decide to do this and continue to do this thing? What's your take?
I love storytelling.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to, I mean, I was inspired by the greats, by the masters. I mean, Charles Schultz and Jim Davis and Jim Henson. I grew up watching these guys, and when I got into comics, it was Joe Kubert. I was like, there was just a bunch of people. It was a television show called Too Close for Comfort, where the father, his name was Henry, who drew Cosmic Cow, right? My brother, when I was a kid, he drew 3 monkeys in a barrel, and I was like, wow. So I've always wanted to tell my own stories because I had a lot of stories in my head. I had an active imagination as a kid, and I wanted to put it on paper. And I absolutely I love it. It's like sometimes I'm like, I love it more than the people out there do, right? Like even like with the Duty Christmas story, right? It's like I wanted to tell that story, but and I was like, maybe I just love it so much that sometimes I can't see clearly, right? Because you're blinded by your passion. But dude, it's the one thing that gives me peace. Because this world is tough. Having a full-time job and a family and responsibilities and getting older, the world the way it is today, it's tough. And it's the escape when I sit there and I'm in front of a blank canvas and I'm taking what's in my mind and I'm putting it and I'm creating life. There's nothing better than that, man. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, man. I think for me, all of those things are true, right? I think it started with an itch I had to scratch. It's a story in my head. I got to put it out. You fall in love with the process of creating these things. And once you're finished with them, you want to share them with the world, and you hope that you can make enough money so that you can continue to do this and you don't have to go back to work. So I think it all matters. Like to me, it's not just, well, what are you doing it for? Is it one thing? I think it's everything, right? I think at the core, though, at the core of it all, though, I think there has to be a love for it. Because if you are just doing it because you're trying to scratch an itch, you're going to scratch that itch and you're going to bounce. If you're doing it just for money, you're going to realize that making money is not something that happens right away. So you're going to stop doing it, and there you go. You're out of here again. It's the love for it that keeps you coming back and wanting to do more, even if it fails, even if it's not getting where it has to go when you want it to get there. It's too slow, but I still love. You have to love it, man. What did Lou say? I would still do what I do if no one paid me. I can't. You can't. It's an addiction because it's a love. It's a love
and it's
affair
funny.
with this thing that we can't let go, man.
It's funny. You and I had a conversation last week, and I was like, "Yo, I think I need a reset. I need a pivot while I work on the background on issue number 8 of Designated My Toilet and finish that up. But I need something." And I was like, you know what? I got forbidden, and I never put out the final product. People only have the first 2 issues, but there's 6 total issues. I'm going to put out the graphic novel. And then I was like, yo, one of the reason why I sought a different artist for Forbidden is because I wasn't confident in my art style for the story that I created, right? That I didn't feel like I would complement the story. So then I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here. I was like, I can't afford right now. With the move and everything else, I can't afford to get anybody to do pinups, right? So it's like, I want to see if I can do this. It's been a while since I've done this style, right? And that's how I started in comics with that style. And I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do it. So I sat behind, and I was like, all right, let's see, Sam. And I tell you, it took a full day, the first print, a full day from sketching it to angles. and the coloring it and whatever. And it takes a longer process than it would be for a duty print. But damn, when I was finished with it, it's like, oh, snaps. I got better, right? So it's like, so I was surprised by that myself, but I fell in love. So then I'm like, now I'm a man on a mission. Like, I'm like, oh, what else can I do, right? And I'm stretching myself, and I'm excited again. I went through this period with the Christmas book, and I was like, damn, I was feeling, down on myself, and then boom, I got a spark again, right? And I don't want to do sequentials for Forbidden because I'll pull my teeth out, but I can do these pinups, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm having fun again, right? I'm resetting myself, and I want to end the year strong, right? But I'm still doing duty stuff on the back end, right? And I got all this stuff for the conventions. I got new stickers, new prints, and all that stuff. And I'm still working on duty stuff. I'm actually doing a promo piece of duty. I can't talk about it, but it's but because I love it so much, like I found a new love for a project that I created 25 years ago, for a project that I didn't think I was capable of illustrating, because I found 2 other artists, but now I'm able to complement the promotion with the pieces.
Honestly, man, I mean, obviously, if you were to do it all over, you could do it. It would take
me longer.
Time. It would take a lot of time, but you could do it. You know what I'm saying? It is. Listen, anybody who says making comics is easy has never sat down to draw a comic book. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I mean, I think the ideas come easy. The ideas do come easy. Like, they come, boom. You have an idea, you do it. Once you sit down, and the thing is, physically, it's not even the physical; it's the mental, because your mind slows you down, right?
Yes.
The imposter syndrome. Is this arm correct? Are these eyes lined up? Does this look right? I'm like, is it working? Like, oh God, this sucks. Like, that slows you down, right? That's the thing that kind of slows the process down. All that, all of those things, because it's a mental thing. It becomes a mental block. Because you could do it. I mean, you could do it, dude. Like, obviously, I mean, the image behind you says so. The images that you're putting together says that you can do. You can do it. It just takes time.
Someone else would
and
have
we
to.
Don't have time, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's time isn't. That's the other part of it, right? I want to get next year. My goal is to have Designated My Toilet, the 10-part done, right? 1 and done by the end of the year. I have 2 graphic novels and an omnibus, right? And the omnibus, I'm gonna have an extra 20 new pages of story in the omnibus, right? As an incentive, right? But volume 1's done, getting closer to volume 2 being done by the end of next year. Move on to finishing Duty's Monsters and all that stuff. But I want that project done, because I need it to be done so I can get that into stores next year. So it's like, those are, it's as hard as it is. It is difficult. It is difficult. It is taxing. It's discouraging. It's disheartening. But it's amazing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's magical at the same time.
Yeah. And I think for you, as an artist who also writes, a writer who also does art, I think there's something about being in control of what you create, and when you create it, how fast you create it, how slow you create it, you're in control. For me as a writer, and for those who write and whatever, like, we're at the mercy of artists, and we're at the mercy of, is that artist going to be finished with the book? Even if you're paying them, sometimes because they're going through their things, right? I just told you, it's hard to create comics. So they're going through their stuff. They're going through is this good enough? Am I doing the right? These pages looking right? Which is why, I'll be honest with you, which is why when I write my scripts, I like to write tight scripts. I like to make it as easy for the artist as possible. And that doesn't mean I'm trying to control what you draw. No, I'm just giving you an outline, and I'm saying, hey, panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, this is what they're feeling on the page, blah, blah, blah. And I'll describe what's in the panel, but I'll let you do your thing if you feel like you got something better, because I think that takes the pressure out of, okay, it's a blank page. I don't know what the hell this guy wants. They don't know me as a writer. They don't know the story. They're just being hired to do something. Unless you have a one-on-one and you guys are vibing and talking about the story, that person's not going to know exactly what's in your head. So
Yep.
put it on paper. I talk to a lot of writers who say, no, I just leave it, I just let the artists do their thing. And that's great. Except remember, we're not working. How do I say this? We're not necessarily working with Marvel and DC artists who maybe possibly have worked with great editors who have taught them about storytelling and sequential art. We are working with guys who are trying to make it in the biz as well. So they have their things that they're still learning. So it's like two people who are still learning the business, producing a book that, it's like, dude, you got to help each other out here.
Yeah.
So I say that also because we're talking about the love, right? And I was reading Fantastic Four, like number 40, whatever it was. It was an old one, Jack Kirby. And dude, you can see how much Jack loved drawing comics on those pages. You can see it. Like, you can tell this guy just loved drawing comics. And that was back in the days where the Marvel method was Stan gave him a plot and Kirby just worked. He just did his thing. I feel like we're not seeing that in comics today.
No.
Right? What we see is the machine.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Marvel. I'm not even talking about indies. I'm talking about Marvel and DC.
Mhm.
We just see the machine. It's crank them out, crank them
Cranking them out.
crank them out. I don't care. Crank them out. Some of the best artists now look like they're just cranking stuff out. They don't care about how good it looks. Let's just get it out. Books are coming every month.
They have a similar coloring style. They all have a similar template, similar cover look, right? It's like there's a look that they have that you have to secure, because again, it's the machine. It isn't about the creatives. What I appreciated about back in the days, us old folk, was that if you picked up a Punisher book, the coloring style, the art style of Punisher was very different than when you picked up a Moon Knight, or if you picked up an X-Force or an X-Factor
or an
or an X-Men or Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
You always had these different, you could tell Amazing Spider-Man from the Web of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Right? So,
Spider-Man, yeah.
yes, right. So it's like now they all just look like it came from the same computer. Like there's a specific look that they want across the board because they don't want to highlight a specific artist. Right? They're working really hard to make it look like one even canvas, because they learned their lesson. When you promote the artist, now you have to pay them. You have to pay them, or there's a risk of them losing them.
Yeah.
They don't want to repeat history. So unless you go solo, and it's even harder now to break out into comics. I mean, you look at it. I think it was like 2 years ago. That group of veterans that they formed a new company.
Distillery, I think it's called.
Yeah, they didn't make any waves, whatever. They're not breaking any barriers, right? I think the only one that went alone and is extremely successful is Brian Pulido. Yeah, he went, did his own thing, and he's built his own machine, right? And he gives the fans what they want, right? And so that's the hard part. You don't when you walk across a comic book shop, everything looks the same.
Yeah.
And
that, hey guys, sorry I'm late. You might started the show from the beginning. Oh man, you're just in time, man. You're just in time. We're talking about the love of comics and creating. Does it still exist? Is it still out there? I think we still, I think a lot of indies still love what they do. I think what's happening now too, though, is that a lot of again, from a writer standpoint, when we hire an artist, that artist also probably has a book they want to put out. And working for me is taking time away from working on their stuff. Yeah. So they do it because it's a paycheck and they have to do it because it's their livelihood. But I don't know that they really want to be doing this every single day. I think a lot of people want to work on their own stuff. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I hope it's not that way, because I think when you pick up a project and you're working on a project, you should work on it and you should do it because you also love the story.
Yep.
And you're into the story, because that's the only way the pages are going to come out the best they can come out, because you can see the love for the story in those pages from that artist. Like, I think, look, Lou is a perfect example. She's an amazing artist, right? But when she does a piece for, say, Duty, I think she did a piece for Dan also, you can tell she likes those books, those stories. She loves the characters because of what they look like on the page.
Yeah.
They look amazing, and it's because she loves them. She
Yeah.
loves to do that. There's a love for it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Lou says, I have 2 paid projects before I can get back to my projects. And that's okay. There you go. There you go, man. I think you got to love it, man. You got to love this. Otherwise, it's going to show. It's going to show in the product when it's finished.
Yeah. And I think that's the it's hard, it's hard, it's one of those things, it's like almost like a bad relationship, right? It's like, the love is painful, but you can't see yourself without the person, right? And it's like, so you stick it through. It's like, doing it independently and trying to get it out to the masses is not easy. I think what makes it fun is really it's the shows. For me, it's connecting with people.
Shows.
It's like, and you have your good shows, you have your bad shows, but you know what? I haven't been to one show where people didn't walk away with my product.
Yeah.
Now I've been to shows where I was in the red, but I have, so I think that's the difference. Is like you're hurting the game when you just do it because you want to scratch an itch, right? Because it makes it harder for the ones that actually love it and that are working, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just like those one and dones. Like you see it all the time. I see it on Kickstarter. First created, never backed anybody, but they did 70,000, right? But they don't come back again. They're gone. One and done. I wanted to test it. I killed it. I'm done. I moved on, right? And but all those people that picked up that product, there's like 100 independents that are out there that are hustling that don't even get those eyes, right? So for that one and done, but these guys are working on serials, right? So it's tough. It's tough, and it's you have to have tenacity, you have to have drive, and you have to be stubborn. You have to be stubborn because failure is in your face at every turn. Yeah. And there's that door being blocked at every turn, but you got to be stubborn and pretend you don't see it and just keep moving forward.
You know how many times a day I think about, like, man, why am I doing this? Like, I know. Is this really like every day, bro? Which is why, like, and did you ever have to deal with anyone that you respect discouraging you from doing it?
Yep.
I've been lucky. I haven't, or maybe I don't respect enough people. I haven't had that
grimy.
Like, I don't respect you, son. No. They say never meet your idols or never meet your heroes. And I don't think I've met enough of my heroes for them to be able to shut me down that way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
For me, it was family. I remember the first time it was my mom's boyfriend. They were together for a while. He was just a bum. He never put a ring on it. So, but he said, "You're not a real artist." I was young. I was a kid. He said, "You're not a real artist. All you do is copy everything you see. Real artists create from their head. You'll never make it." And I was like, "Holy crap!" Forced me to. I wanted to punch him in the throat, but it forced me to work. But then I've always had people say, "Why are you wasting your time with that?" I've always heard that. But one of the biggest compliments I got, and it was by luck, was Andy Schmidt, editor for Marvel Comics. He wrote, "You've accomplished what most independents struggle to do, is tell a good story. My son and I absolutely love reading Duty." Right? It's endearing, right? So when you have somebody who's working for a mainstream, I have no connection to him, picked up Disney on my toilet and provided that feedback for me, I was like, all right, keep going. That was enough fuel for me to say, because I got 150 rejection letters, bro. Right? So I've heard it from, I got one from Mark Silvestri, bro. And I admired Mark Silvestri, right? I was like, yo. And I was like, yo. And he didn't even put any words to it. He just sent me a portfolio of Michael Turner's work, right? Smack in the face, like, dang, right? But it didn't discourage me. It made me more stubborn.
My abuela told me to stop drawing monitos. If they do discourage you, pick better idols. Word. Facts, Lou. Drop mic. Lou always has one or two drop mics. Every show. She's just dropping science, son.
Like, waka da. Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have a critic. I mean, I've had people be like, your art style is corny.
See, I think you're right. There are people who discourage you. I think what he said, and this is where my mind went. Anyone that you respect,
Yeah,
and that's the key. Did I respect them? Because if I don't respect them, I don't care. People are going to discourage you a million times. I don't care. I don't respect you enough to care, maybe. And maybe that's just my stubbornness. Maybe that's just there's a mic drop. Maybe that's just, the Taurus in me. But
it goes back to I
don't care,
respect
dude.
myself more.
Exactly.
Right?
Dude, you don't have to like my stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Of course, does it bother me? Of course, it's gonna sting, right?
No.
Anything like that stings. But
Yeah,
the
real talk
respect
though.
comes.
Real talk though. Every time I post a piece, I'm like a little kid. Will they like it?
Mm,
Every time I post something on social media, it's like,
Yeah.
is anybody gonna like it?
right.
That's how it's. I'm always like, I might think it's cool, but I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe the world doesn't, right? So every time I'm like, I'm on edge, right? I'm like, are they gonna like it? Is anybody gonna like it? What are you gonna think? What are you?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just comes with it,
Yeah. And correct, George. It's harder from those that you respect. It is.
Yeah.
It becomes. Yeah. Of course. It's hard, dude. It's hard. We had a conversation, and I know you got to go soon, Sam, because you got another show coming up. But
Yeah.
we spoke about what is it harder for artists or for writers at shows, right? And I just because of what you said right now, I said this before. It's harder for the artist, I think, because that's the first line of defense, dude.
Yeah,
That's
thing
the
you see.
first thing they see.
Yep.
If they turn away from your table before they even pick up a book and read the book,
It's
that
horrible.
means they already made the decision that your art isn't worth them spending the money on it. And that hits different than for a writer. Because as a writer, I'm like, you never even read my book, bro. I don't care. You walked away. You haven't even read the book. I don't care. But the artist, they're naked, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. That book is all that person
freckles
has.
and everything, bro.
It's cold outside.
And it's cold outside, girl.
So it hits different, man, when they do that for an artist. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, did you ever know that you're my hero? Everything I would like to be.
Listen, we will never discourage you.
Yes.
Never.
Never.
And you know what? It's hard when your joint looks as good as his stuff does. How can you
Oh
discourage?
yeah.
Your stuff is on
legit.
fire.
I mean, both of them. I mean, you, Lou. I mean, even Dan
was
Price.
Dan's insane.
Yeah, man, we got some talent out there, and that's for me. When you have your peers saying, "Yo, your stuff's tight," I'm like, "All right, I'm good. I'm good." Right? It gives you that pep, and and I think that's the biggest thing. I think we all want validation. I mean, it was like,
Of course.
I mean, it's one thing when you're grinding by yourself and you're sitting there, and I sit back and I look at the piece. I'm like, man, like even with this, with the David Hunter, I'm working on cross hatching and all that stuff, whatever, and I'm trying new things. I'm playing around with this piece, and but then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna post it. Oh, what's gonna happen, right? And because I'm also trying a new art style that's different from Duty. Everyone's seen me doing Duty for the past few years. So I'm like, all right, what are they going to say when they see this, right? So it just comes with life, man. If you're never nervous, bro, you're never gonna grow because those nerves drive you, bro. It's like before a fight. I mean, every time when I was in the neighborhood I grew up in, every time I was about to get into a street fight, man, I was trying to talk my way out of it. I was like, I was like, my mom's calling me. I was trying every way to get out of it, right? Right, because I was nervous. It's like I don't want to take an L in front of all these kids, right? And I was like, no. But then when there's no other way out, then the lion comes out of nowhere, right? He's like, all right, it's game time. And same thing, it's like you get nervous, you're working on it, but then game time's on. It's time to show up.
Yeah, man, not for sure. What did Lou says? You are the wind beneath my McWings.
McWings.
Ed, I always appreciated both of your passions. Yeah, dude, man, the feeling's mutual, brother.
Yes.
The feeling's mutual, and we appreciate you coming on the show and always supporting. and doing all that stuff. I can't wait to see what else you got coming on with End of Z, dude. That's been amazing. But Sammy, what do we have next week, bro? Because I know you got to run here.
Is this Chrome?
What is next week? Do we
hold
have?
on. Yes, hold on. Calendly.
Oh, the second. Wow, September 2nd, dude.
It's crazy, bro. I know it's bills time. It's my first mortgage payment. It's my first mortgage payment for my new place. I'm like, oh, Diablo.
Yeah, we're gonna lose the post. We should start a private art group called "Do You Think I Should Post It?"
That is awesome. Next week we got Mr. Bonet, Sebastian Bonet.
Sebastian Bonet, 1/3 of the nerds up the round. All right,
yeah, man.
That'll be a good show, man. I can't wait to talk to Sebastian. Haven't spoken to him in a minute. All right, cool.
Yeah, man. But in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, I will be on Of Mice and Wolves podcast, and we're talking about why did you feel that your project was worth making comics over a prose, over a short story, or something else. So we're going to talk about that. Don't forget, Forbidden on Kickstarter. The landing page up. We're trying to get to 100 signups. We're at 25 right now. Sign up today. We want to make this amazing. This is a 200-page graphic novel. Fantastic. The shameless plug on Kickstarter. Yeah. The landing page is up. Sign up for that. George Medina's debut breakthrough new comic book, right? That's going to be dope. Again, Catch the Craze podcast, founded in 2005, the first independent comic book podcast in the game for indies by indies. We can't grow without your help. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend where you found us. We want more eyes on our guests and keep bringing more awareness to this medium. So with that said, I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera.
George the Dreamer Medina.
Peace. Thank you, everybody, and we are out.
It's just easy. It's not.
Crazy.
No, it's talking about my friend Acquies. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh, my God.
He described me. He said, I'm the idiot.
What? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. This is Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.